Hi, my name is Paul Ruiz, and this is my reflective diary. If I had more time to revise my portfolio, I think I would focus more on grammatical and structural errors, like trying to restructure the whole job instead of just revising and changing what I've done. Like in my restaurant review, you gave a lot of feedback about the structure of how the restaurant review should be similar as a New York Times article. It was really hard trying to sleep in some changes and revisions since the first draft wasn't designed for that. I thought about the first draft like a more serious restaurant review, and I didn't have a lot of experience with New York Times restaurant review articles. I think I've made a lot of progress from the first piece of work to the last one I made. My writing process at first was just sit down and write everything that would come up to my mind. But then, throughout the course and after reading the article about how to write an article, I changed my style of writing to a more precise one. So instead of writing anything that came into my mind and later revise it, now I will write the essay as if it is the last final draft. This way, I really improved my way of writing and my productivity. Um, I think my strongest composition is the literacy narrative, not just because it is the last one we did, but since it was a more personal essay with more personal experience, I think I did pretty well at organizing and delivering in a correct way the main argument. Also, I corrected a lot of comma splices and grammatical errors in this last essay, the best that I could. In the other hand, my weakest composition is the restaurant review. I didn't use a lot of similes and metaphors to explain really well flavors and the experience of the restaurant itself. I think this composition lacks of the humor the New York Times reviews have. So I had a lot of travel and a lot of work on this review, and still when I revised it and finished the review, it wasn't just perfect as it should be because how I like I said before, the first draft and some changes couldn't slip in the first draft since the structure of the whole restaurant review wasn't just made with that purpose. I think you should consider. I think it's important for you to know that I think what's missing is a little bit more of correction in the punctuation and comma splices, since I believe I still need to develop and make more natural this skill in my English language. I think it's a problem I had in Spanish that it took me a lot of work to use commas in a correct way, and I think it's a common error to use a lot of commas and trying to and making this common mistake of not using commas in a correct way or comma splice or comma or semicolons. So I think you should know that. Like I said before, the reading I think was the most important for me. Was the one which explained the process of writing an essay because it really changed my way of writing, and also the pathos, logos, and ethos part of the course, since it really helped me understand how to write in a better way and how to deliver the message in different ways. Also, I really like this since it was explained through a commercial and it has a lot to do with my career, so I really like this part of the course. The piece of outside writing I included is a personal diary entry. I'd include it because I think when I wrote this, I really tried to deliver a message in an emotional way, and it was just when we finished our logos, pathos, and ethos part of the course. So I was taking in a lot of an account the way of using pathos, but still using a little bit of logos, trying to appeal to logic, to make it a little bit emotional, but logic the diary entry. I think this piece of writing really shows a more aggressive part and a more structured writing also. I think the use of rhetorical questions and facts is something I felt I couldn't include in our work during the course. So I think this is a really personal but worth to include in this portfolio so that you can know a little bit more how I like to write and express myself in a more personal level. Uh, and that's it. I think that's what my actual piece of writing um, have that the other pieces of writing doesn't have. Thank you.